Hello students, welcome to your lesson Adal Badal English 2. Now today I am going to teach you about this lesson. Adal Badal, the word itself is a Hindi word. Adal Badal means exchange. Let's see what is exchange here in this lesson. The author of this lesson, writer of this lesson is Pannalal Nannalal Patel. He was a Gujarati author. He received the Gyanpith Award in 1985. Now, children, in India we celebrate various festivals like the Dasara or Durga Puja, Eid, Holi, Christmas, and Guru Parva. And people enjoy in these festivals very much. The schools, colleges remain closed, and people are in the mood of purchasing new dresses, sweets and other things. So here also in this lesson it is told about two boys. These two boys, let's see how they will do adal badal, or they will exchange, and what they will exchange. Let's read. It's a very interesting lesson. It was told about the festival of Holi. Holi is the festival, children. All of you know. You all have enjoyed also Holi, but not in this year. We haven't enjoyed any festivals. Just recollect about your previous years, how you have rejoiced, how you have enjoyed the Holi festival by sprinkling colors on each other. So children like to enjoy this festival very much. Now in this lesson, let's begin this lesson. It was the hour of twilight on the day of the Holi festival. A group of village boys gathered under a neem tree were playing, throwing dust at one another. Now children like to play in the dust. They don't even bother about what will happen to their clothes. So twilight means a time which is the end of the day, just after the sunset. It is neither night nor the bright day. So just after the sunsets, it is called twilight. Some village boys, they were gathered under a neem tree and were throwing dust at one another. Among them were Amrit and Isaf. They came walking arm in arm and joined them. These boys, they are friends. So they came arm in arm and joined with other boys. Both were wearing new clothes stitched that very day. Same day they had stitched the dress and they were wearing. The dresses were identical in every respect. Identical means same, with the color, size and material. Everything was same. The boys were in the same class, at the same school, and lived in houses facing each other at the corner of the street. So the boys were reading in the same class, same school, and the houses were opposite to each other at the corner of the street. The boys' parents were farmers, those who work in fields, and occasionally had to borrow money from the money lender to tide over difficult times. Students, our Indian farmers, most of the time they are moneyless. They have to bring money from the money lender. Money lender is the person who gives money to the people at the time of their need, and he doesn't give the money like this. He takes the interest means he charges some money upon that and takes, returns. The farmer have to return the money to the money lender, otherwise the money lender would take away his fields and house also sometimes. So the parents were not so rich. They were not rich. They were poor, and because they had to bring money from the money lender to grow their crops and run their family. The two boys had everything in common except that Amrit had both parents living and three brothers, whereas Isab had only his father. So Amrit's father and mother were there. They are living with him, and his three brothers also. Excuse me. Isab had only his father. Isab had no mother, only his father. He was living only with his father. The two boys came and sat on the pavement. Seeing them identically dressed, one of the boys asked, "Hey Amrit, Isab, have you changed your identities?" Pavement means the veranda. Actually, pavements means pavement. Pavement is the footpath where the people walk. They were sitting on the footpath, pavement, and they both were dressed same, identically dressed. Seeing them, one boy came, the village boy. He came to them and asked, "Hey Amrit, Isab, have you changed your identities?" Identity means, in Hindi we can say pehchan. Means they were looking same. This gave another boy a mischievous idea. "Why don't you two have a wrestling match? We can see whether you are also equal in strength or whether one is tougher than the other," he said. So another boy wanted to make some mischief. So he told them you should have a wrestling match. Wrestling match you might have seen in TV, the WWW. The wrestlers mean the fighters. The fight with the muscles, hands, and the one who defeats the other wins the match. WWF or what that match was showing in TV. So you might have children, or you might have watched this wrestling match. So the one of the boy told them, "Both of you have a fight. Let's see who will win. Whether you are equal in your strength also, just as you were wearing same dress. Let's see how much you are equal in strength also," he said. Means whether you both are of equal strength or not. This gave another boy The first boy thought this was a good idea and added, "Yes, Amrit, Isab, let's see which of you can get the better of the other." The first boy who was telling them that whether you have changed your identities, he too told that it was a good idea to see which of you will win the match, which of you will be better in the strength. "Come on," shouted another boy, "it's only for fun." He said, "No, it's just for fun. Let's see who will defeat whom." Isab looked at Amrit. "No," said Amrit firmly, "my mother will thrash me." Amrit said, "No, his mother will thrash means she will beat him." Why? Because the dress will become dirty. When you wrestle, you have to wrestle on the muddy ground, and as a result his dress will be dirty. So he said he won't do any wrestling. His fear was well founded. As he was leaving home, his mother warned him, "You made such a fuss to get new clothes. If you tear or dirty them, you know what is coming to you. The mother had already warned him before he went out. She told him, if you make your clothes dirty, then you will see what I will do to you. That means I will beat you. She will beat him. It's true that Amrit had bullied his parents. When he heard that Isa was getting a new shirt, he had insisted. Bullied means use strength or power to make somebody do something. Means he compelled his parents. Amrit compelled his parents to buy to make a good new dress for him, for which their parents had agreed to make. And he also demanded them that he should get one exactly like Isab, or he would not go to school. His mother had tried to reason with him. Son, Isab had to work on the farm, his clothes are worn out, yours are still as good as new. When Amrit insisted his parents to buy the same dress or the same dress like Isab's, Amrit's mother told him, no, Isab's had to work in the farm with his father, and his clothes were already worn out and torn. When the clothes become old, they tear. So you are still as good as new. Yours are still as good as new. When you have some good clothes, why should you purchase another one? She warned him not to purchase. Who says so? Amrit had cried, widening a tear in his shirt with his finger. Now Amrit has a strong desire to wear the same dress as Isab's. So what he did, he tore his shirt with his finger. Widening a tear means he made a tear with his finger. He pricked his finger very deeply into the shirt. As a result, the shirt tore. His mother tried another gambit. Isa was given a thrashing by his father before he was given his new clothes. Would you also like a thrashing? Amrit's mother told him how Isab got his dress. Before Isab was given the dress, his father might have thrashed him. You also want to get that type of beating, he said. Amrit refused to be put off. Amrit would not agree. He demands means his want is want. He would never disagree for any cause. He just kept on his words. Okay, he said defiantly. Tie me up, beat me, but you have to get me a shirt like Isab's. He didn't agree to whatever means his mother told him, just to put off from buying the new dress. He said, okay, you also beat me, you also tie me with a rope, but you have to get me a shirt like Isab's. All right, replied his mother, washing her hands of him. Go and ask your father. Now the mother said, okay. She didn't try to convince the boy, as the boy kept on telling him about the dress. So she told, you go and ask your father. Amrit knew that his mother had said, no, his father was not likely to agree. The father would not agree, but he was not one to give up. He refused to go to school. He tried various means how to get the dress. He refused to eat, he refused to go to school, and refused to come home at night. Finally, his mother gave in and persuaded his father to buy him new clothes. She brought Amrit from Isab's father's cowshed where he had been hiding. The boy was very reluctant. Somehow he wanted to get the dress, so he never went to school, he never ate, he never tried to come to home. He went and hid in his friend's Isab's father's cowshed. Cowshed, children, where cows are kept. Somehow his mother convinced his father to buy him the dress. Having left home smartly dressed, Amrit was loath to do anything that would spoil his clothes in any case. He was most reluctant to wrestle with Hisab. Not willing. Loath means not willing. He went, after he wore the dress, he went out. But he was not willing to spoil his dress in any case. He don't want to wrestle with Hisab. He don't want to fight with Hisab or wrestle with Hisab just because he doesn't like his dress to be dirty. Just then one of the rowdies of the gang put his arms around Amrit's neck and said, "Come on, let's have a wrestling match." He dragged Amrit onto the open ground. Rowdies is a local word. Rowdy means the fellow who is like Gunda, who is very mischievous. So one of the boys, mischievous boys, he came, put his arms around Amrit's neck and said, "Come on, let's have a wrestling match." He dragged Amrit onto the open ground. Dragged means he pulled Amrit to the open ground to have a fight or wrestle. Amrit tried to wriggle out of the boy's grasp and said, "Look, Kalia, I do not want to wrestle. Leave me alone." He tried to separate him from the boy Kalia by telling him that he doesn't want to wrestle. Kalia refused to let go and threw Amrit on the ground. The boys shouted in glee, "Amrit is lost, Kalia has won, Kalia has won, hurrah, hurrah." Now Kalia is a rowdy type boy. He put Amrit on the ground and other boys, they shouted by telling that Kalia has won, Kalia has won. Hisab lost his temper. By hearing such words from other boys, Hisab lost his temper. Hisab became angry. He took Kalia by the hand and said, "Come on, I will fight you." Now Hisab was ready to fight with the other boy, the Gunda boy or the rowdy boy Kalia. Kalia hesitated, but other boys egged him go. The two boys grappled with each other. Hisab tripped Kalia and sent him sprawling on the ground. Kalia began to howl. Kalia hesitated. Kalia knew that Hisab is very angry. He would not leave him. So he hesitated. He don't want to go. He denied to go there for a wrestle. But Hisab tripped Kalia and sent him sprawling on the ground. Kalia began to howl. Howl means shout here, to make a long, loud cry. Now Kalia was tripped and he fell sprawling on the ground. Kalia began to howl. When he was defeated by Hisab, Kalia began to shout, or he began to make a loud cry. Boys realized that what had started as a joke had become a serious affair. Now the other boys who were watching this, they shouted, they realized. Now they started as a joke, but that has become a serious affair. Scared that Kalia's parents might beat them, they scattered and ran away in different directions. Now they were afraid of Kalia and Kalia's parents also. They thought that the parents would come there and beat them, so they scattered. Scattered means they went here and there and ran away in different directions. Amrit and Hisab also left the arena. Arena means the wrestling or the open ground where they decided to wrestle. They also left. Now they had hardly gone a few steps when Amrit's eyes fell on Hisab's shirt. Now after going a little distance, Amrit saw that Hisab's shirt was dirty and its pocket had a 6-inch strip were torn. The pocket was torn. They stopped dead in their tracks, overcome with fear. They examined the tears in the shirt As if this was not enough, they heard Esau's father shouting from his house, "Where is Esau?" The boy's heart stopped beating. They knew that they were going to have it as soon as Esau's father saw his stone sword. He would skin him alive. He had borrowed money from the moneylender, spent a lot of time choosing the cloth and having it stitched. Now, by hearing this noise shout from Esau's father, the boys' hearts, both boys, they were frightened. Their hearts stopped beating. Means actually, they were frightened. They were afraid that what the father of Esau's father will do. They knew they were going to have it. As soon as Esau's father saw his stone sword, he would skin him alive. Skin him alive means he will beat him so badly that his skin will come out. खाल उतार के उसको पिटेगा. It is told in Hindi like that. He had borrowed money from his moneylender. From the moneylender, he had borrowed money and spent a lot of time choosing the cloth and having it stitched. Because his father is not a very rich man, he borrowed money from the moneylender and got him the dress. Again, Esau's father shouted, "Who is crying? Where is Esau?" Suddenly, Amrit had a brainwave. A sudden good idea. Brainwave means a good idea. He dragged Esau to one side. "Come along with me," he said, as they entered the lane between the two houses. Amrit started unbuttoning his shirt. "Come on, take off your shirt. You wear mine," he ordered. Now, keeping in mind seeing the consequences, Amrit was scared because Esau's father would beat him very badly. So he unbuttoned his shirt. He took out his shirt and gave to Esau to wear. When Esau asked, "What about you? What will you wear?" asked Esau. "I will wear your shirt," replied Amrit. "Hurry up before anyone sees us." Now, quickly, he told him to change the shirt so that no one would see them. Esau began unbuttoning his shirt but could not follow what Amrit was getting at. "Exchange shirts, how will that help? Your father will thrash you." "Of course, he will thrash me, but I have a mother who will protect me," replied Amrit. Now, the boy was very confident that. Who? Which boy? Amrit. When Esau told him that his father will thrash him or beat him, then Amrit was very confident. He told Esau not to worry because he has a mother who will protect him. Whereas Esau doesn't have a mother. Esau hesitated. Just then he heard someone cough close by. The boys quickly exchanged shirts and came out of the lane and walked gingerly towards their homes. Gingerly means carefully. When they heard someone coughing close by, coughs making the sound of cough, then they carefully went towards their homes. Amrit's heart was pounding with fear. Here, pounding means beating. But he was in luck. It was holy, and it was only natural that there should be some rough play. When she saw his torn shirt, his mother only frowned and forgave him. She took a needle and thread and mended the torn shirt. Now, though Amrit exchanged the shirt with Esau, but still his heart was beating with fear. But he was in luck. His luck favored him because it was holy, and it was only natural that there should be someone rough play. There should be some rough play. When she saw his torn shirt, when the mother saw the boy's torn shirt, what she did? She frowned. She became little disappointed, and she forgave the boy. She didn't give him any punishment, or neither she bet the boy. She took a needle and thread and mended the torn shirt. Mended means stitched, repaired. The boys got over their fear and set off again arm in arm to see the holy bonfire outside the village. Now during Holi, the people make a bonfire and move around it. Now the boy got over their fear and set off again arm in arm to see the holy bonfire outside the village. Now they went out to see the bonfire where all the people had gathered. A boy who noticed the exchange of shirts spoiled fun by taunting them. So you have interchanged? Oh, he said. One of the boys, he was noticing this exchange of their shirts. So he made fun of the two boys by telling them, by making fun of them, that they have interchanged the shirt. So how did you like the half of the lesson? Now let's finish the other half in the next class. I've also given you the meaning. You please see the meanings and write them in your notebooks. Okay. Hello students. Welcome to your lesson Adal Badal English 2.